time for me. Caught up with you finally. Can you make it slow? Wine for me. You know what I'm trying to be. And we here now. Finding someone that you fuck with really real now. You've been doing all that talking, don't get scared now. It's time for you to walk it, let's be clear now.
Yeah, here we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's show, a special edition of Blunt Talk, second episode tonight. Joining us at this time is Mr. Ross Collins.
Hi.
As always. Ross,
Hi.
how was your weekend?
Man, you should already know.
I was there every day.
That was Saturday night.
You're right, I wasn't there Saturday night.
Saturday night we came. I had to go to a party. So we did that for a little while. Hung out by a big old fire. Drank, smoked, chill. So it was good.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
There's a whole lot of flag football, a whole lot of beer, a whole lot of good times.
Always a good time, especially out when you've worked all day. Trust me, as soon as I got home, I crashed pretty hard, man. That bed felt really nice.
You're like falling asleep on the way home.
Dude, it hits a little differently whenever you go out. And, you know, it was a great time covering 8-man flag football last weekend. But this weekend, we got a different kind of 8-man flag football than most people are used to. You know, we've seen FFWCT style. We see VFFA style. This week, let's get ready for the YAFFL style. And joining us for that is the two men behind the York Area Flag Football League. The first man celebrating his birthday tonight, Mr. Brandon Dietz. And the other man, a man who has a road named for himself in York, Urey Road. I saw it the other day while I was driving, Mr. John Urey. John, Brandon, welcome to the show.
Hey, Joey, appreciate it.
Good evening, fellas. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Happy birthday, Dietz.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Big 3-7, folks.
That's cool.
Man, 37. I'm about to hit 30 next month. What's it like in the 30s? What should I be looking forward to?
You feel everything you do after 30. For me, it was after 32. After 32, everything. You feel everything that you do the day before.
Well, Ross, you turned 32 a few weeks ago. I think you're doomed.
I just turned 32 weeks ago. March babies are the best, baby.
Goddamn right. The whole family's in March, my man.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put that down. March
Me, my dad, my brother, my 5 uncles, my daughter.
Hey, my best advice, Joey, is put the pads back on, put the flags back on, and get back in the trenches, man. Once you stop, bro, I'm telling you, 30 becomes 40, 40 becomes, I don't even want to know, you know?
Let me tell you, I get all the action and bump I need on the field every Saturday and Sunday with the monopod and the camera. I'll trust me, it's going to be hard when I get older. I already felt it this past weekend with how it was. I'm ready for this weekend even more, though. We got YAFFL, 8-man style. Now, fellas, you know, a lot of our viewers, they know 8-man. Some know it from the way they play in Virginia, which is the style we see down there. We saw that back in December. We see FFWCT style with the triple threats. UFFL does the same thing. Tell us, gentlemen, what's so different about YAFFL 8-man compared to what we saw over the weekend with the FFWCT and what we may have seen back in December with the VFFA?
Me? You want me to go, Dietz?
Anybody, either one of you.
Go ahead. I'll add in my 2 cents after you talk.
You're just going to see a little bit more bigger bodies. It's not going to be what I call recess football. I hate to say it that way, but, you know, when I played in middle school at recess, it was a center quarterback and everybody going out for a pass. Here we make you have a center and 2 guards, obviously. So we have an interior line. And, you know, you're going to have some bigger bodies on the field. It allows you to go into a situation where you can run the football if you want, you know, with blocking downfield. But, yeah, we just have a little bit more trenches compared to the other formats. It's really without stiff arms, it's really 9-man with one less body.
Okay.
And kick, no kick. We don't have kicking either. So
no kicking, one less body for 9-man. You know, we talk about the classic way that the trenches are designed. So it's a little bit more trench work than what you normally see out of 8-man. I think I'm looking forward to that part of it this weekend. That's going to be really awesome.
And it's been this way for decades. I mean, since the 80s. We're going to have a live on Friday with a guy that won a championship in York in '83. And he's going to talk about, they played 9-man actually in York back in the 80s. So we're going to talk about that Friday night. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's just the style here in our area, and we don't want to really change to it too much. And it's working really good for us. You know, I saw your last live with Camel City, got 20 teams, and I don't even want to be the director of Camel City doing all that crazy scheduling. But you know, we're at 41 teams going into the spring, so it's just crazy.
Absolutely, 100%. I've seen it. I think you told me, John, yourself, that you guys have about 900 players up in York.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I see that. What is that? Easy Bucko shirt there. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah,
we got the Rebels down there. Okay.
Yeah, 717 Baltimore Rebels, and of course TBT.
Yeah, you're going to be getting one of those on Saturday morning, buddy, at our directors meeting. So, you'll have another one of those beside that one that you got hanging there.
Okay, nice. I look forward to that, dude. I always love getting the free clothes from you all, tournament directors. I appreciate it.
I should have earmuffed Ross there a little bit. Sorry, Ross. We only got one shirt coming.
Sorry, Ross. Ross, he's not available, unfortunately, this weekend anyways. He understands.
Yeah, let's talk about this weekend, man.
Let's get to it. Let's start by taking a look at the schedule real quick. Let me go ahead and click on that. There we go. Here we go, gentlemen. All three of us on screen looking at it right now. Here's what we got. We're looking ahead at the brackets. Taking a look at the field. There's about 6. It appears to be 17 teams overall. Okay. Field 1, we have Wolverines, 717 Elite, and Baez Auto, all in the same bracket. That sounds stacked already. Gentlemen, what can you tell the viewers who aren't familiar with YAFFL 8-man about these squads?
Okay, Joey. So this is actually really, really cool for us. So what was it, John? Thursday. We did the drawing.
Yeah, last Thursday.
So we did the drawing last Thursday. We did it completely random, pulled it right out of a hat, and somehow we landed the Wolverines, who are the YFFL Hanover champions, and Baez Auto is the York champions.
Oh, wow.
This will be the very first time that both champions will ever play each other. And it's in a tournament, and our tournaments just win. You got to win to move on to the next day. You can't go 0-2.
Yeah, 0-2 means you are barbecue on terms of your chances come Sunday.
Correct.
Joey, you get around a lot, Joey, to tournaments. What have you ever seen this format before? You know, you got to just win. That's our kind of our logo situation going on. But
it's legitimately our motto.
Our motto, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But you know, not really a double elimination, but kind of a double elimination on Saturday. Have you ever seen this format before?
I've seen a similar kind of format on terms of it, not quite 0-2 necessarily, but you know, down at Nationals, 9-man does it where you have to be at least in the top certain amount of numbers on record,
right,
on terms of advancing to Sunday, because you get 3 pool play games on Friday and Saturday down there, and say you go 2-1, 3-0, you should be in, whereas a 1-2 and 0-3 are a death sentence. And that means your weekend didn't last very long, and you bought that extra plane ticket for nothing. So I know the big stakes. In this case, though, 0-2, Ooh, that means you got to come ready, man. You got to come fast. That's the thing. We talk about pool play. Pool play in a lot of tournaments can easily be BS. Let's be real about it.
Exactly. That's what we wanted to eliminate.
Get rid of.
Yeah, because you could come in there with a whole different team Saturday compared to what you have Sunday. Trust me, I've seen it at many tournaments. A lot of teams come much more loaded on Sunday because they know all Saturday determines is what time they play on Sunday and who they play. And if you are experienced teams, you don't worry and sweat the pool play games because you know the real deal is going to be what happens on Sunday. But in this tournament, you can't get away with that. There's no sitting and sleeping on any team. There's no, we're just going to hold back our best guys to Sunday. You have to be there Saturday. You have to come out and play Saturday. And for any of these teams, winning is important. You must win now. As the tournament says, just win.
I love it. It hits the motto.
Hits it 100%. Taking a look at the other teams on Field 1. We got DMV Seminoles, Virginia Legends, and Vice City. They're going to be facing off in that 12-2 block in the afternoon. Looking forward to those three games. I've heard a lot about Vice City up there. People have been asking about that Virginia team, but I honestly don't know much about them. I mean, they might be some VFFA guys coming up to play up here. We'll see. You know, everybody's looking for work no matter where it is these days. We'll travel for play is the motto today.
Well, I mean, why not travel if you're going to win $1,800, you know? You
exactly.
What'd you say? Like quadruple your money there.
Exactly. Roll the dice, cash out, just win is what the name of the game is.
So the other game, like on Field 1 that I would really want to circle is that 1:00 game, Vice City and DMV Seminoles. Seminoles, if my memory serves me right, had a nice little run in the original Just Win 8 tourney in York. Vice City, one of the more proven teams in Hanover, definitely have a crazy strong offensive line. That'll be a fun game to watch because it's two completely different styles. It's power versus, I would say, extreme speed because DMV was crazy fast from what I remember.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see how both of those teams came out. I haven't seen either of them yet, but I see some talent on that Vice City squad and a familiar face that I've come across on other circuits. So I look forward to seeing how that game plays out. As we go ahead to Field 2, we have that bracket from 9 to 11. You got Mamba Mindset, Zombeez, and FOTR Invaders. Can we get an abbreviation check on that?
For the retro.
For the retro, okay.
I believe it's for the retro. My apologies, Mr. Frederick Brown. If I
that's correct. Yeah. That's correct. I think it's a clothing line. I could be wrong.
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, speaking of clothing, guys, we are going to have our 5-man director on site with the ability to make YFFL gear, short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, headbands, custom YFFL gear on site at the tournament. Like, I guess he's going to bring a press and just like boardwalk style it. Which is crazy.
Yeah. As we take a look further down, we go to the next bracket. It looks like the Invaders are going to be crossing over into the other bracket as well with NWO and Shake and Bake. Your thoughts on them?
So Shake and Bake is a cornerstone team from York. They've been around for a hot minute. Good talent. Be the second tournament that they've ever entered in. They were in the original Just Win 8. NWO is kind of a question mark. It's a brand new team coming out of Hanover, but led by some vets that are from around this area. Sean Smith's probably one of the most wily quarterbacks around here. Guy with a cannon as well. So if he's got the tools to dink and dunk, NWO could shock some people, but in that entire Field 2 bracket, Zombeez and Mamba mindset is where I have my eyes peeled.
I'm looking forward to that. That should be an interesting game. There's a lot of good matchups this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to Field 3 of what they got in that 9 a.m. to 12 slot. You have a Gangrene Gusto Land matchup to start that morning. That's going to be a dog fight, and that's going to be how we kick off our coverage. Team Blunt Talk YouTube, 9 a.m., Gangrene and Gusto Land. Circle that. We will be live. Gentlemen, your thoughts on that, along with Baltimore Rebels and Gangrene, and, of course, Gusto and the Rebels, that little trifecta there.
Hey, the only way that all three of them can make it to Sunday is if they all three split.
That's going to be.
I think I will go out and say will definitely happen.
I could believe it 100%. We had a chance to see the Baltimore Rebels over the weekend over at Nitro. They came out and played really well in that tournament. They were competitive. They have a chip on their shoulder from losing that. They're going to be ready to come out there this weekend.
This will be the one thing I'll say about the Baltimore Rebels is I hope they got some linemen to block, because Gangrene's going to come after them. They're going to be playing ultra physical. Same thing with Gusto. Both those teams are the two top physical teams probably in this tournament. Well, maybe Baez is tough too, and so is the Wolverines, but those guys bring it. But I'm really looking forward to that 9, 10, 11 on Field 3. That's a toughie.
Yeah, that's going to be some really good football. That is for sure. And then following that, we got the final ones. Harrisburg Panthers, Impact 2X. I got a little chance to play Impact a while back, actually, albeit a different style. I think they've grown a lot since then. Really looking forward to seeing how they come out and play in this tournament as they continue to grow. I don't know much about Harrisburg or 2X, though. Can you gentlemen fulfill me on that?
Harrisburg Panthers are a brand new team by Sean Simmons. Don't know much about them. They do have a couple old heads from York that do play on that team. But this is their first dive into anything. 2X played in the original Just Win 8. They also completed in nationals as well. 2X, I think, they'll shock some people. They got some ballers. They got guys that can rush. But in this matchup, Impact should be the favorite. Impact should go 2-0 here. But at the same time, Harrisburg is a very big question mark. And hopefully they can prove me wrong.
We'll see when that game kicks off. You got coverage all day. We got about 6 games we'll have total. You can tune in. We're going to keep the stream going the whole way through. We're not going to stop at any point in time. So those of you sitting at your house, that's the thing about YouTube that really benefits it. You can just go on the app, subscribe to Team Blunt Talk today. You'll see it in your notifications if it pulls up on your phone. You'll be able to go to the channel on your TV to watch at the times the games start. Just tune in like you would your own TV on a Sunday or a Saturday watching tackle football. Once we start at 8:55 a.m., we're not going to stop until the very end of the last game. And, of course, to look at the bracket we're going to have for day 2. We'll see who makes it. As said, we're looking at the games and the schedule that I got in mind. What we're going to go with is to start the morning, of course, Gangrene Gusto Land, 9 a.m., Field 3. That's going to be an excellent game. I look forward to that one. We're going to also have for you right after that, Baez Auto, Wolverines, Hanover champion, York champion. Oh, I can't get any better than this. Then we're going to head down to Zombeez and the Future of the Retro Invaders, I believe. Is that what the name was? Future of the Retro?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. That should be a really good one. After that, we're going to go and see a team that we're going to try that for there. We're going to try to figure out. I don't want to give anybody too much or more coverage on another team.
Right. It does get hairy there at the end there, Joey.
It does get a little, yeah. We'll look into it. We'll let you know about the rest of the way. Looking at it right now, though, those are the first 3 games to start the morning with. I'll have the others when I want to sit down and think about it a little more on my end and see what we want to go with on there. But for now, tune in for that game, 8:55 in the morning. We're going to set it up. I'll have the live going, so that way you guys get plenty of time to sit down, have your breakfast ready, have anything ready you want to watch. We'll be live to the very end of the day.
Apparently it's 2 times, not 2x, guys.
2 times, not 2x. Okay.
my bad day. That's our fault. Anyways, hey, Joey, I got something for you that's new that you've never done before. I guarantee this is new for you. All right. We are going to give you as directors a bunch of gift cards to put in your pocket while you're filming. If you see a play that is worth a gift card, you will take that live video in your hand and you will record yourself giving that player that gift card right on the spot, right after he made that play.
We're going to hook them up 100% for sure.
Listen, earmuffs, Ross, earmuffs, but you gotta be at these YFFL events, Ross. No more schedule conflicts.
Hey man, he's got a lot going on, man. Ross is a busy guy, but he will always be glad to be on the field, especially if he gets the opportunity to come up there with us sometime to the York Hanover area. You know, we had some good times up in that area, going back to the first clash of York and everything else. It's been great getting to know the YAFFL over the last year and a half. It's been an awesome journey. I'm really excited about this tournament this weekend over at Hanover, Pennsylvania. This is going to be really great. Gentlemen, anything else that you have to add for tonight's show?
No, I'm pretty straight. I just wish everybody good luck. I'll see everybody Saturday, and just enjoy the weekend, folks.
Just to catch up with a comment here real quick. Jimmy, quarterback, I think, for Rebels, not just the live teams that are being filmed will get the gift cards. All 3 of us that you see on the screen here will be carrying them all weekend long. So make plays, get paid, just win to get to Sunday. I appreciate your efforts, both you guys, and we'll see you guys out there. Pray for good weather, right?
Yeah, man, I'm hoping for good weather all the way. Let me try to take a look, actually, real quick.
Oh, it's cool. I can tell you right now. I've been checking it like every hour.
I can tell you every single.
We're good,
How's it looking, fellas? Is it looking good? Should I be worried? Or
Saturday's going to be awesome.
Saturday's going to be – just Saturday's going to be awesome, though?
No, we're going to be okay. We're going to get a little bit of rain tomorrow. We're going to get a little bit of rain on Friday and a little bit of rain on Sunday. It's like every other day, a little bit of rain, but – we got sunshine in between on Thursday and Saturday, so we'll be fine.
All right. I'm really looking forward to that. So let's talk about Sunday, day 2. What are we looking at for the times to start the games that morning?
So I don't want to cut you off, Dietz, but, we're going to start at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is going to be our start time. We don't know how many teams are going to make it. This is our new kind of format situation, Maybe there's 12 teams that at least win a game on Saturday. So maybe there's 14. We don't know. We're going to use challenge.com, CHALLONGE.com to do an interactive bracket. If you guys are familiar with that website or not, but we've been playing around with it. I like it. And we're going to, with this situation, not knowing exactly how many teams are going to be going to Sunday, we can do this real quick. So I feel confident with that.
All right. Feeling really good too. Any vendors out there this weekend that we're going to have for food or any memorabilia or anything like that?
So food-wise, we will have a barbecue food truck out there. There will be somebody selling gloves, correct?
No, Krager's not coming anymore, so that's not happening. We don't have the flag any flag, should say like gear won't be there on site anymore.
Yeah.
But anyways, we will have your barbecue guy coming, and then possibly a second vendor for food. So we're going to try and do 2 vendors there. Other than that, we'll be selling some YFFL gear.
We have YFFL, and then John, I actually just got approved with this. My company, Boost Mobile, will be out there.
Cool.
They're actually going to give us a speaker to raffle off.
A speaker, a Boost up, nice.
And we're talking a fairly large Bluetooth speaker. Not on the size of like Harry's ones that he brings, but a pretty large speaker. Cool. Definitely over, I think retail value is like $150. But
hey, just win it.
Just win it.
That's the name of the game. Just win, man.
Look, I know you got some guys backed up to talk tonight. Let us get out of here. You talk to those guys, man. They're the ones that are on the fields making the plays, man.
I got one of the people somebody privately inboxed me. They want me to ask you all to make picks. I don't know if you're all at liberty to do that, though.
I will not do that. No.
No, I completely understand, man. I just want to make sure we got that cleared up and out of the way.
You can let the other captains or whoever you're talking to do that, but as a director, I don't think that's right.
No, I agree 100% on that.
No, the only thing I wish for is just good football. Good football. Let your egos aside. Talk your crap when you want to. But at the end of the day, shake the person's hand, say good game, move it on.
Speaking of Saturdays and just winning to get to Sunday, that means there cannot be overtime, Joey. You get that, right? So we will have – I'm sorry, that means there can't be ties. So that means we will have overtime on Saturday. So it's not like it's –
rules of overtime, just so we're
right,
clear.
and we got to keep games going. So overtime on Saturday will be literally 2 plays from the 10-yard line. So that's pretty much that. Extra points, obviously, afterwards.
All right, nice. I think outside of that, I'm about covered, fellas. Look forward to it. We'll be there to see you all Saturday morning. I'll be there bright and early. You know me. I'm first one at the field and last one to leave.
I'm going to end it real quick with a shout out to Jamie Wolf. I think he posted on a 9-man page about what's it take to be a good leader. I think him helping out with competitors or other flag, groups or organizations. He's been nothing but a blessing with us. He's helped us out, helped me out. So I think being willing to do that with the flag, scene and people, flag family overall, helping people out is definitely a testament to him being the GOAT for sure.
100%, man. Jamie Wolf is a hell of a guy. I've had the pleasure to meet him twice already at Nationals down in Florida. He does an excellent job with this 9-man brand and product he makes. Big shout out to the work that him and the late Christopher Severino up there displayed the flag we hang every week and all the work they've done over the years. It's good to see them branching out and working together. As you say it, John, we are, in fact, better together.
There you go. Hey, man, get these other guys on here. We'll see you guys.
All right. Good night, John. Good night, Brandon. Happy birthday once again, Dietz.
Thank you, brother.
You, gentlemen. Friday night for a special show. Urey will be live. What time will that be, John?
That's just going to be on our YFFL page. I think 8 o'clock on Friday night. We got a rules meeting with the captains for this tournament tomorrow night. So I feel like Joey Blaze at this point.
Looking forward to it, man. This is all fun.
See you.
All right. See ya.
Take care.
You too, Dietz. You too, Urey. John Urey and Brandon Dietz joining the show. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, joining us at this time is a player that I had a chance to get familiar with in recent years. He was playing in my league this past season. In fact, even came to play in my Turkey Bowl. He's known for what he does at 8-man, trying to make an impact in 9, all-around player. Big shout-out, please don't be butchered, Marcial Baez.
How's it going, man?
Going good, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, good. Can't complain.
Good. Marcel, So believe it or not, contrary to what your last name says, you're not going to be on Baez Auto this weekend.
Yeah, not joining up with the crew for this tournament. No, I'm going against them.
So tell the audience, who are you going with this weekend? Who is it?
I'm actually rolling with Zombeez this weekend.
All right, Zombeez this weekend for Baez.
Yeah.
Looking forward
to
this, man. In fact, yeah, that's awesome, dude. Tell me, what brought you to that decision for this tournament?
Well, I know the biggest thing with Baez, we were kind of figuring out what we wanted to do. I'm pretty sure it was like a 9-man tournament that was coming up that we were thinking of joining up to do, but I guess it might have gotten canceled or something. So everyone kind of scrounged around last minute to bring the Baez team together. But at that point, it was already, some of us had joined up with other teams. So, I mean, it is what it is. Those are my guys. And, you know, next tournament, I always will be with them. So it's just miscommunication. That's all.
Hey, it happens, man. Sometimes it's best to go against your guys. See what you got against them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice competitive, friendly banner. So you'll be playing in this tournament. You'll be going up against the Invaders, 11 a.m. Your thoughts on them? How much do you know about them going in?
Honestly, I have no idea about them. I'm just looking forward to playing a team that I've never played before. So this should be very interesting. You know, we got a great squad, and we're coming out to win. We're coming to take people's heads off. We're trying to get this championship. So that's our mindset right now. It's championship mindset.
Hey man, that's the best mindset to have. Go out there, as the tournament says, just win.
Definitely.
Looking at your other matchup, you got Shake and Bake at 12. Any impressions on Shake and Bake?
I know a few guys off Shake and Bake. Now I haven't really played them much. They are a rec team in the YAFFL league, so I don't really get to see them too much on how they play or who they picked up. So again, I mean, it's probably gonna be another good game, but you know, we're looking to stomp every team that we play. We're looking to stomp them in the ground. So I just can't wait to be out there on Saturday and have a good time. So
I can't wait for it as well, dude. It's always a good time to go out there and enjoy some flag football, especially after the long winter that it's been.
Yeah,
like it's been a while, man. It really has.
We've definitely been missing the football, so I just can't wait to get back out there. I was at Nitro last weekend, so that was a good time. But I'm ready for this weekend. So
that being said, you were at Nitro over the weekend. Tell us some of the difference between playing in that FFWCT 8-man style compared to the 8-man you play up in Hanover.
It's really different, man. I mean, if you're not used to playing the whole triple threat style flags, it's a little difficult. I mean, we're so used to playing with the shrooms now, and you know, 2 pop flags before, and with that style, I think once we get familiar with it a little bit more and play in more tournaments of that 8-man style, we'll kind of get the hang of it. But it definitely was a different eye opener for me.
Yeah, it's a much different game for what the way Urey was describing. A little bit more like 9-man than the 8-man we've seen up in other areas, especially with the use of the popper flags as opposed to the triple threats.
Definitely.
Sorry for the cough there. But we're looking forward to this weekend. Looking at the teams across, what team do you think stands out the most outside of your own? What team do you want to beat the most out there?
Oh, they already know. It's my boys. They already know. It's my boys.
You got to show who the real Baez is.
Exactly, right? No, but like I said, I always got love for those guys. You know, they're like brothers to me. So I'm appreciative for the opportunity to always play with them. And another good team, Wolverines, you know, with Jamie Lagana having his team, he always brings a good stacked team as well. So those are the 2 teams I'm really looking forward to playing and seeing how we do against them. So
looking forward to watching those games and seeing what you guys have. Anything else tonight you got to add, Marcial?
No, I mean, best of luck to all the teams out there that's coming up this weekend. You know, stay safe and let's have a great tournament.
All right. Look forward to seeing you there. 11 o'clock a.m. It'll kick off. We'll be right there on field 2.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds great. Can't wait.
All right. Later, buddy.
Later. Marcial Baez joining. And also joining us now, if you can get a video and audio. Oh, I hear it. There he is. A man who we talked about last year, about 6 months ago. We did a show shortly after the summer showdown. We talked about this guy, one of the rookies of the year in 2019 in my book, Mr. Jared Cohen, the former Tar Heel standout. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Joey? Appreciate you having me on tonight.
No problem, man. It's always great to have you on, brother. Good to see you out there. Jared, in fact, we last talked, it was about, I want to say 8 months ago now, shortly after the summer showdown up in York, actually. We talked about how you first got into flag, and it was, I believe, connected to the YAFFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, in a way, yeah. So, like, the first league that I played in was the HIF League, which was that Dietz was a part of originally. I'm not sure if YFFL was running at the same time as that was. I believe it was, but
the Hanover Indoor League.
Yep, the Indoor League. That was the first connection I had with flag, and John Regan with AFN at the time hit me up after one of his players saw me playing, and went to Virginia Beach down in 2019, and it's been history ever since.
Hey, let me tell you, my first time in Virginia Beach in 2015 changed my life forever when I went down there and played. Flag football is a hell of a game, man. It's great to see athletes come out and play every weekend. First off, I want to talk about your team. I got to say, out of all team names, the most I dig the name Vice City. Maybe it's just my bias, a little nostalgia I feel when I hear that name. I go back to the days as a kid, but I love that title, Vice City. Love the logo. Look forward to seeing you guys out there. Take a look at your schedule real quick. You're going to be kicking off at about 1 o'clock to start with the DMV Seminoles, a game that Brandon Dietz was very, very excited about. He was hyping that up a few moments ago. Your impressions, if any, on the Seminoles? What do you know about them going in, or is this unknown to you?
For the most part, fairly unknown. I know Dietz said they came out and played in the York Clash or the York tournament last year, but it's fairly unknown. I'm not sure what guys they have. I do know that they're primarily an 8-man squad, so I do know that that type of traditional 8-man brings a certain type of roster and have a lot of certain types of players. And I could say the same for the next team that we're playing, the Legends. From what I know, they're primarily an 8-man squad. I think going into that, obviously we're not going to see what they look like and what they're going to bring to the table until we actually see them play. But with that being said, a lot of 8-man squads, especially from my perspective on the offensive end, going against their defense, a lot of 8-man squads run a defensive line that's going to be a lot of speed and not a whole lot of weight behind them. And that's going to be a rude awakening if they do not have any weight on that D line. I'm just letting them know now. So, but overall, fairly unknown. We're just going to play our game. The guys that have played against us, what game we play. We're going to bring it, and it's going to be a very fun Saturday.
I'm looking forward to it. Vice City kicking off on field 1 o'clock against the DMV Seminoles, 2 o'clock against the Virginia Legends. Those are going to be two really good games. As I asked Marcial, if there's any team you want to play the most of, what team looks the best that you would be feeling the most best about beating? Let's put it like that. What team do you think sticks out to you going into this that you would like to play?
It's hard. It's really hard to say because there's a lot of really good teams, but teams like Baez, teams like Gustoland, and then teams that we have played that we haven't played either one of those squads. We have one session underneath our belt. We're still a fairly new team, but then a squad such as the Wolverines that we played against twice now, in league ball, and we're going to continue to play against. Always would love an opportunity to knock heads with them again. So, in terms of the teams I want to face, I want my squad to face the guys that are the teams that are established, the teams that I know are top tier, that are going to bring it and challenge us, because that's what's going to make us better. Just that I would say those three if I had to pick some. Okay. Any other thoughts you want to add to this tournament this weekend coming up, Jared? No, I'm excited how everything's going to play out. I'm really excited for my guys to show all the work that we've been putting in the off season. And yeah, man, just excited to see how everything turns out, man. Looking forward to it. We'll see you on the field. I guarantee it. I'm going to have that 1 o'clock kickoff. We're going to announce that game at the very least for the afternoon. 1 p.m. We will be live, Vice City, DMV Seminoles. That's going to be an awesome game. Tune in, get a chance to check out Jared Cohen on the field. This dude is an absolute monster. Appreciate you, Joey. Appreciate you, Jared. All right, take it easy. You too. Jared Cohen joining us. Big shout out to Jared for joining. And finally, we got our next guest coming on. The coach himself of the Wolverines and captain himself, Mr. Jamie Lagana, part of the Hanover champions this past year. Jamie, welcome to the show for the first time. Can you hear me, Jamie?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got something going on here. I got to trying to cancel out the other video.
It's all good, man. It happens.
There we go.
Perfect.
I'm an old guy, man. This tech stuff's something different for me. I don't run too many things at one time.
Trust me, the Zoom setup here can be pretty complex too at times.
How you doing tonight? Hey, shout out, happy birthday, Brandon Dietz.
Big shout out to Dietz for his birthday, the big 3-7. Congratulations. In fact, we just had 37 viewers for Brandon Dietz' 37th birthday. Big shout out to the big guy. Looking forward to seeing him this weekend. But looking forward to seeing your Wolverines in action as well, Jamie. You guys are in for quite a Saturday morning right off the gate.
The hell of a draw we got.
You tell me about it. 717 Elite, the start of the team represented up here. And, of course, you have Baez Auto, the York champions.
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Years. They are the kings of York. Baez Auto. And what's going to be champion versus champion. And we'll be live for it. Your impressions going into that first game of 717.
I was going to say, let's talk about that one first. I don't want to look past anybody, but 717 is not going to be easy. D. Will brings teams. He scouts some people. By the looks of it, they got a good secondary. I've played them before in most of the guys. It's basically York Wolfpack with some other fellas in there. It's not going to be an easy game. They're going to come ultra hype. They go balls to the wall from minute 1 to the last minute of the game, and it's going to be a tough one. It's not going to be an easy run. We're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to that game as well, but I'm especially looking forward to the next one. Like we said, title for title, champion versus champion.
Yes, sir.
How often do you see this on any tournament? York versus Hanover. You got Baez versus Wolverines. Your thoughts going against the York champions from down the road?
Listen, anytime anybody's playing against a team with the name of Baez on it, you know it's going to be a dogfight. They only come with the best. They only give the best the entire game. They're going to run their mouths as much as they can to get in your heads. It's a large part of their game. Their O-line is great. Their D-line's even better. Their receivers are fast. It's going to be they have all facets of the field covered. It's going to be a good one. We played them one time before back in HIF indoors. They beat us by 6. I've been wanting to get back rounds with them. So this will be it.
It's going to be a really good game. We're going to have that for you, 10 a.m., Team Blunt Talk YouTube. Like I said, just tune in on your smart TV, start watching, leave it running all day. You have it as your background noise, have it as your TV noise, grab your breakfast, grab your popcorn, grab your beer, Grab whatever you need. We're going to have a fun football day. And that Baez Wolverines game, you don't get any better than that.
Yeah, it ought to be a fun game.
What other teams, though, Jamie, stick out to you coming into this weekend?
Well, I wanted to see Baez at some point. I'm going to be honest. I'm hoping no matter what happens Saturday, I want to see Baez Wolverines Sunday, the last game of the weekend. That's my goal. That's what I want to be there. I talked to Brandon Real. We're both going to aim to get there together and face off each other. Here's what I'll say, and I'm putting this on video for everybody. Brandon Real, if we both make it, I'm putting my check up if you're willing to put yours up.
Oh, the bet is on. I don't know if Brandon's watching or not, but if he is, it's on. I look forward to this.
Nothing but respect. Baez is a great team. I have nothing but respect for them, and I expect a lot. Now, to answer your question, though, outside of Baez, because we already know we got them, the other team I'm looking forward to, you don't get much more respectable people than the Cohen brothers. I want to play Vice City again. I love playing them. We're up 2-0. You know, they got to win one soon. And they got a good bunch of guys. And Jared and Jordan, they're good dudes running that team. You know, leadership, it's amazing. So I have nothing but respect for those guys. I'd love to see them again Saturday or Sunday. So we'll see how it rolls out.
We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good tournament this weekend, Jamie. Any other thoughts you have going into this one?
It's my first tournament like this, so it is what it is. You know, it's going to be a learning curve for myself. It's going to be a learning curve for a lot of my players. We're missing a couple guys that are on some other teams or whatever that normally play elsewhere in York. It's the only reason I'm not in York. Had COVID strike one fella down, but he'll be all right. So other than that, we're coming to play. We're coming to win. Win or go home. Just win.
Just win. As Al Davis says, just win, baby.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, Jamie, for coming on tonight. We look forward to seeing you and the Wolverines this Saturday, 10 a.m., Team Blunt Talk YouTube, Baez Auto, Wolverines, York champion, Hanover champion. Ooh, it's going to be good.
Just praying for safety and good weather. That's all. No injuries anywhere.
Exactly. Thank you for coming on tonight, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you this Saturday coming up.
Yes, sir.
Jamie Lagana joining us. And now after that, let's see if we can get him on right now. Video screen small. There we go. We got Jim on. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Just saw you this past weekend, actually. You were one of the several players who not only are playing 8-man this weekend, but played last weekend over in Westminster. I asked the same question earlier at the very beginning to Marcial Baez. I'm going to ask you too. What is the difference coming over here to Hanover compared to what you played last weekend over in Westminster?
The pace of the game is definitely a lot different, obviously, because you're going to have a lot more linemen on the field in the Hanover tournament. In Westminster, there was no line restriction, so there was plenty of teams that went 6 wide, 7 wide, and that's just like their style of game, and that's part of the game we incorporate, but that's not our whole offense. So I think we'll fare well. We had a lot of fun last year at the tournament, so I think it'll be fun. It's definitely a lot different, but not too bad.
Yeah, much different game overall. I think the viewers, because you know a lot of guys who play 8-man, when they think about it, they think of the more wide open game, the less linemen, the more openness, the triple threat flags. This is a little different. I think this is going to be more akin to 9, but at the same time, I think there's a place for any 8-man player in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. The pop flags is also something that's definitely different because we don't usually play with pop flags except for when we come out here for the York and Hanover tournament. So it's definitely something different to a lot of us.
Definitely. Let's take a look at what the Baltimore Rebels have going on. Saturday morning, it's going to kick off for them 10 a.m. You got Gang Green. They're back in town. They're ready to go. They're going to be already dealing with Gusto that morning. They got you right after. What are your thoughts on Gang Green going into this game?
We don't know a lot about Gang Green. I've heard a little bit about like the generics of their team, but we don't know too much about them. We're just gonna go in there and play our game, be aggressive, play fast, look to dominate. We had a good tournament last weekend, and we're just looking to play even better this weekend.
Your second opponent right after that, Gusto Land, a team that last year, it seemed like they were on the up and up. Gusto, they had a bit of a run at the end of 2019 is where it all started. The first Clash of York tournament. They came out there playing 9-man. They beat the Charm City Classic B champion Rideout in that tournament. They gave Rampage a big fight on day 2. They carried that momentum a month later with Misfits when they almost beat them in Keystone up here in Shippensburg. But then the next year, they tried to expand a little bit. They played XFFL. They played FFWCT 8-man. They still played some 9, albeit it seems like they've dropped off a little bit. I'm not so sure if this is the same Gusto team they were about a year ago, but we'll see where they're at as they get ready to take on the Rebels. Your impression on Gusto Land?
That's another team. We don't know a lot about them. I've definitely heard about them. That's one of them and the Baez are probably the 2 main teams we've heard of out of York and Hanover. So we know that's going to be some great comp, and we're glad that from what it sounds like, we got 2 games that are going to be exciting and a lot of fun. So we're definitely ready to bring the energy.
For sure. I look forward to seeing who the Baltimore Rebels come out with this weekend. How much different is the team this weekend compared to what you had last weekend?
It's about the same roster, really, because we didn't quite fill our roster last week with the 30-man. So we're losing a couple guys that aren't free this weekend, but we got our full roster, a whole bunch of Rebels coming up with us.
Okay, nice. We're looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Should be a really good time this weekend for the Baltimore Rebels, but a tough road. Gang Green, Gusto. Woo. Best of luck to you, Jim. I tell you, go out there, you're a player, you're a baller, you're a fighter. I think this weekend, though, it's going to be a real test for you and the Rebels.
We'll be ready.
And we'll be ready to see you out there on the field. Anything else you have for us tonight, Jim?
Nah, just best of luck to everybody. Stay safe, and let's have a good weekend of football.
All right, let's have a great weekend of football. I'm looking forward to it. YAFFL, Just Win Hanover. This Saturday, March 27th, kicking off 9 a.m. We'll have the live on at 8:55. Turn on your smart TV. Turn on your cell phones. Turn on anything, everything. Cast it at any device you can, your Xbox, your Roku, your phone. Like I said, any way you can watch this, do it. This is going to be a great time. We'll be live 8:55 to the very end of the 2 o'clock games. And then we'll be back on Sunday. We look forward to it. Just Win Hanover, live, T Blunt Talk YouTube, kicking off 8:55 a.m. I'm Joey Blaze for John Urey, Brandon Dietz, Ross Collins, for Marcial Baez, Jared Cohen, Jamie Lagana, and Jimmy Lahey saying good night here from the studio. We'll see you this Saturday in Hanover. Just Win, baby.